Hello everybody, welcome to the John Show. My name is John, this is my show, and we are back with 60 Seconds Reatomized. Last time, we got off to a bit of a rocky start. We decided to go with Mom Dolores, and in our first attempt, nobody survived. We got a lot of food and water, but we were unable to save any of our family members, including ourselves, and we were turned to dust in a nuclear explosion. But on attempt number 2, we were able to save all the family members and get a little bit of food and water, which sustained us. But on a couple of journeys out into the wasteland, we were able to procure first aid kits, food, water, an axe. I think we even got a gun at some point. So things were looking pretty good. When we left off, it was the end of day 20, and we had sent Dolores out into the wasteland. So let's pick up with the family and see how things are doing. Day 21. 3 weeks. Dolores is on her way to the surface. Let's hope she'll make it back safe. She took the gas mask with her. Ted keeps coughing and still hasn't recovered his energy. Mary Jane is still tired. Timmy should eat. We don't know anything about his sickness. It might get worse, and Timmy still hasn't rested. Okay, Timmy, you can eat. Hopefully that'll help fight your sickness. And you can drink too, I guess. We could use some extra supplies. The last time we went on a supply run, we noticed a damaged tank stuck in the rubble nearby. How about send someone to investigate? Mary Jane, good luck. Day 22. Oh, we got a rifle. And we have bullets for that rifle. Sweet. Sweet. An extra bit of firepower never hurts. We were more than happy to inherit a military-issue rifle from the tank. Something should be done about Ted's sickness. He still hasn't recovered his strength. Mary Jane is tired. If we don't do anything about Timmy's sickness, it might get worse. Timmy is no longer hungry. Okay, we're skipping the food and water today. Spiders seem to be operating under the assumption that they have all the same rights to this shelter as we do. Spiders have no rights, I'm just saying. They're everywhere and don't seem very scared of us. It's time we change that. We don't want any more spiders in our soup. No, sir. Fuck no. Bug spray those motherfuckers. Day 23. If there is one thing that can drive spiders away and stop us climbing up the furniture, it's the bug-killing spray. This was the right time to unleash this deadly weapon, and the results were excellent. We eradicated 404 of those little bastards. We even found a water bottle stashed in the corner. It was a good day. Ted keeps coughing. He's still tired and he should drink something. When Mary Jane is tired, she becomes cranky. She could use some water. Timmy is still sick. Well, since we got some extra water, everybody gets some extra water today. We were about to go to sleep when we heard scratching coming from the door. At first, it sounded like an angry rat trying to eat the damn thing. We soon discovered it was something much worse. Someone is on the other side of the door trying to pry it open. We need to act. Well, guess what? You came to the wrong shelter. Day 24. Damn it, the gun blew up. It's not surprising that a few shots were enough to send those cowards running. The question is, what happens if the rifle malfunctions, or we use all of our ammo? We do hope it won't come to that. Otherwise, we might need to defend ourselves using knives or forks. Oh, damn it, we spoke too soon. We think the gun is broken. What do we do now? Ted's still sick. He's still tired, not thirsty. Mary Jane is tired, not thirsty. And Timmy is still really sick. Okay, no food or water then today. We were about to finish our dinner, if you can call it that, when we heard someone knocking on the door. It seems to be a trader who is very interested in ammunition. How about that? Well, guess what? We've got a busted fucking rifle and a bunch of bullets that we can't use anymore. So I'll trade you some ammo. Hopefully we'll get something good. Day 25. Our visitor was happy to get some ammunition. In return, he offered us rations. It wasn't much, but something is always better than nothing. So we got a can of food for those bullets. Something should be done about Ted's sickness. He still hasn't recovered any energy. Mary Jane is still tired and she's getting fatigued. Timmy needs an extra blanket. He's shivering all the time and he should eat something. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Everybody gets to eat or drink today. When we opened the shelter door today, we saw a letter lying on the ground. It was a cry for help from a group of friendly survivors nearby, or at least, that's who they claim to be. They're asking us to bring some supplies over to a set location, and they're giving us their word that we'll not regret our generosity should we do it. No. Day 26. Too bad we didn't bring some scissors or a razor. We know there's other people in need and we feel bad for them, but we cannot spare the supplies right now. This will have to wait. Ted keeps coughing, but he has gotten rest. Timmy needs an extra blanket, but he's not hungry. Mary Jane has rested. Okay, no food or water for everybody. The more we know about what's going on outside, the better, so let's gather some information. Yeah, turn the radio on. Oh, that's not good. Day 27. Dolores still isn't back yet either. Once we had waded through all the static, we found a transmission that was hosted by some nut talking about conspiracies and saucer men from Mars abducting people. It was pretty amusing. Ted hasn't recovered from his illness. Timmy's still sick. Mary Jane says she's doing fine and doesn't need anything. Then nobody needs anything then. Timmy is not doing great. It would be good to talk to him and cheer him up. Sure, well, let's talk to the boy, try to rouse his spirits. Oh, Dolores is back on day 28, thank goodness. Day 28, officially 4 weeks. And she brought the gas mask back unscathed. Good job. And some more food and water. Even a word or two may be enough to brighten someone's mood. Timmy seems to be better now. We're glad to see Dolores came back safely from the wasteland. Atomic wastelands are hostile by definition, but there are some creatures that survive everything you throw at them, even nuclear bombs. One of them was a monkey who seemed like it's been through a lot, and yet it was very lively and more than happy to accompany us on our expedition. While we explored one of the streets, our monkey companion ran away only to come back moments later carrying a can of food. It couldn't open it himself, but it was happy to share it with us, so he brought us 2 cans of food. And at one point, the monkey started to make a noise, and a quick investigation revealed some bottles, and they got a bottle of water. Ted's still really sick. He needs some water. Timmy is still sick. He should drink. Dolores has not eaten or drank for a while, it seems. She's very tired and fatigued. And Mary Jane needs some water. Okay, so everybody can have food and water today. Somebody needs to go out. Well, Mary Jane, I think tomorrow that's going to be you. The military is transmitting again. They said their first step is to locate any remaining survivors. A plane will be doing a sweep over our neighborhood this evening, and we're supposed to be out in the open, signaling to it with a flashlight. We don't have a damn flashlight. Day 29. The signal has to wait. Besides, do they even know how much batteries cost? Dolores hasn't eaten for a while. Bullshit, she ate yesterday. Something should be done about Ted's sickness, but he's not thirsty. Timmy's no longer thirsty, but he's still sick. Mary Jane is not thirsty. Nobody's eating or drinking today. Enough sitting around, it's time to send someone to the surface. Good luck, Mary Jane. And you know what, I'm gonna send you with the gas mask too, so hopefully you don't get sick. Goodbye, Mary Jane. Day 30, 1 month. Mary Jane went outside. Dolores would really love to eat something. She's still tired and can't seem to sleep. Ted's still sick. Timmy's still sick. Sure. Everybody can eat and drink this one time. A sleazy-looking trader carrying an equally scruffy bag on his shoulder paid us a visit. He offered us a simple one-time deal. For just 1 can of soup, we get the bag and all of its contents. We can't see what's inside, and the trader gives us angry glances every time we take a step towards the mysterious bag. Should we make a deal? No, because I don't think we've got much food left. Day 31. Our grandparents always told us to never buy anything sight unseen, and we're not about to start now. Gone are the times of yard sales. We can manage without whatever junk is in that mysterious bag. Dolores has not eaten for a while, but she has rested. Ted's still sick. Timmy's still sick. Okay, Dolores, you can have 1 bite. No water for you, though. During our last expedition, we finally approached that nearby vehicle. It was an ice cream truck, missing wheels and a few other crucial components. The outside was rusty and a little burnt up. If we hope to ever drive away from here, we should scavenge for something to reinforce it. Anything we could grab for this little supply run. No, I'm not gonna waste that axe in case we need to defend ourselves from, like, mutated beavers or something. Day 32. We're just not ready to risk our necks or precious supplies on this dead end. Even if we fix up the vehicle, who could drive it without a license or a registration plate? Madness. Ted is still sick. Timmy's still sick. Dolores is not hungry. Nobody's eating or drinking today, plus we're only down to 1 can of soup and, 3/4 of a bottle of water. The problem is simple. If we don't wash ourselves, we'll get sick. Seriously sick. It smells really bad down here and doesn't seem like it'll get any better over the next couple of days. How about we do something to fix it? We have nothing to fix it with. Day 33. That sounded like a rat. The world has ended. Who cares about showering? We can get used to it. Adapting shouldn't be hard. It will be like a camping trip. It will. Oh no, that smell is just terrible. Don't puke, don't. Suspicious looking stains cover parts of the page. Ted hasn't recovered from his illness. He does need water. Timmy needs an extra blanket. Timmy's also thirsty. Dolores needs water and is sick. Well, that's like all the water we have. So let's just do this. Everybody gets to eat, everybody gets to drink, and hopefully Mary Jane will return quickly with some more supplies, because otherwise we're gonna die. We never thought we'd live to see a dancing cockroach. We still haven't, but we saw one that was nearly as big as a cat. The good news is, they've probably scared off any rats in the area. The bad news is, they are huge and will probably attack us when they get a chance. Unfortunately, they won't let me use the axe, so I have nothing to defend myself with. Day 34, who's knocking on my door? Oh my, that thing was huge. And there goes another one. Roaches everywhere, we're doomed. We already feel all dirty. We haven't done anything about Dolores' sickness. Ted is also still sick. He's not thirsty anymore. Timmy's still sick, not thirsty anymore. One thing you don't expect is a band of people all dressed in green showing up at your doorstep and claiming that they take from the rich and give to the poor. That's exactly what happened to us. Should we let those clowns in? They might provide some quality entertainment. We could be entertained, sure. Day 35. So we had those weird people over and they were more than kind. They gave us a first aid kit and we spent a lovely afternoon together dancing and singing. Then they left. Everybody is sick. I think Ted needs that most. So there we go. Another mysterious note asking for food. No, I have like a 1/4 can of food left. Oh, thank God, Mary Jane, you're back. And she brought food and water. We don't know anything about these people. How can we trust them with our lives and supplies? We're not doing that. Nothing is happier than the sight of Mary Jane. She brought back the gas mask. The metro station wasn't exactly abandoned. It was inhabited by a group that used bullets as currency. They allowed us to take a look around as long as we didn't touch anything. We got 2 waters, 2 cans of soup. Dolores' health is not improved. She needs a drink. Timmy's still sick. Ted's recovered. He should still drink. Mary Jane is hungry and tired. Well, since we've got the food and water today, everybody gets to drink and eat. State of the wasteland remains unknown to us. Maybe we should risk it and go out. Well, Ted is the only one who's like pretty much healthy. So we will go ahead and plan an expedition tomorrow and send Ted. Both Mary Jane and Timmy are eyeing one of the cans of soup in a very disturbing way. It looks like they might duel over it using forks. Should we allow them or should we stop them? You know what? Let's stop our children since we don't have a first aid kit. Yeah, stop them. Day 37. Timmy got his fair share of the can. Mary Jane was watching his every move. We had to step in and put everything in order. Some fair rationing is what the shelter needs if we're going to survive. Mary Jane devoured her soup. The can even had little bite marks on the metal casing. So Mary Jane, old Hefty Dumps herself, just mouthed down one whole can of soup. Dolores is still sick, not thirsty. Mary Jane is tired and not hungry. Timmy's still sick and not thirsty. Ted is not thirsty. So, thanks, Mary Jane, you fat fuck. So, okay, nobody's eating or drinking today. Ted, you're gonna go out and you're gonna take the gas mask. Day 38. Ted left for the surface. Dolores is still ill. Mary Jane is sleepy. Timmy is still sick. Nope. It turns out the physics teacher at Timmy's school was right. 1 + 1 does equal 2. And in our case, 2 or more cockroaches because those little bastards just keep coming. We need to clean up our mess or end up with a full-blown infestation. Well, we've got nothing to clean up with. Day 39. Our time will come, but for the time being, we'll just have to adapt to this living situation. They're here, we're here, let's make the best of it. They're only cockroaches after all. Dolores is still sick, she needs water. Mary Jane is very sleepy and just needs rest and water. Timmy is still sick and he needs water. Everybody gets water, but that's it. So there's one helping of food and water left. Military's still asking for people to shine their flashlight. No flashlight. Day 40. The signal has to wait because we have no flashlight, no batteries. Dolores is still sick. Mary Jane is still sleepy. Timmy is still sick. Nobody's eating or drinking, sorry. Our patience is wearing thin. We thought it would be a good idea to take a quick look outside to see if there's any trouble in the area. As we were about to step out, a pair of animal eyes flashed in the darkness and their owners started growling in a most terrifying way. We only had moments to decide what to do. Well, we don't have any of that stuff, so I guess jump back in the shelter. Day 41. We felt it was too risky to face whatever horror awaited in the shadows. We did what any sane person would do. We shut the door. The creature was gone the next morning. We just can't sit around while Dolores is so sick. Mary Jane is tired. And Timmy's still sick. No rations for anybody. We're bored. No, really bored. Sorry, the only thing we have to entertain ourselves is the radio. Day 42. If you put a seashell to your ear, you can hear the ocean. We discovered if you put your ear next to a radio, you can hear static. And it's almost like an ocean. Who needs seashells anyways? Dolores is sick and thirsty, and she needs to eat. Mary Jane is tired and would like to drink. Timmy is still sick. So, Mom is the only one getting anything right now because if she dies while Ted is away, game over. Mary Jane has been awful silent today. This is unlike her. Should we try talking to her? Sure, talk to her. Oh, Ted, you son of a bitch. Thanks for coming back. Day 43. Well, you got some food but no water? Nothing solves problems better than an honest conversation over a hot beverage. We don't have the latter, but talking alone seems to do the trick. Ted has returned safely from his voyage with the gas mask. They checked through the rubble in their backyard. There wasn't much left. But there was a couple of cans of soup over by a tree, it seems. And Ted found a harmonica. Okay. It might sound paranoid, but they think someone followed them home last night. Alright, well. Everybody's pretty much sick, tired. All we have is food. So nobody can drink anything, but y'all can eat some soup. And I think I'm just going to send Dolores out anyways for an expedition because we need water badly. The roaches are still causing more of a problem and we have no way to fix it, so never mind, I guess. Hope that doesn't kill us. Day 44. Living with roaches can't be too bad, right? Even if they're stealing your pillows, socks, and wallets? Why would roaches even need wallets? And that smell is horrible. Dolores is still sick. Ted's hungry. He also needs to rest, and he needs to drink. We don't have any water. Mary Jane needs water. Don't have any. She's still tired, but she's not hungry. Timmy's in terrible shape. We need to give him water now. Sorry, Timmy. Everybody can eat today, but that's it. Hopefully Dolores comes back soon. Dolores, good luck. Day 45. Uh-oh, what happened to the kids? Dolores is on her way to the surface. Hope she'll make it back safe. There isn't enough food to go around. Even Ted has nothing to eat. Ted is still mighty tired. Looks like he's got one foot in the grave and needs a drink right now. When Mary Jane found out that she's not getting a single drop of water, she got furious. She stormed out into the wasteland, shouting over her shoulder that we'll regret this, and that she's getting her water one way or another. We are seriously terrified right now. Lack of water drove Timmy insane. He opened the shelter door and ran away without looking back. He's not likely to return. Okay, so sorry kids. Well, there's nothing left for Dad either. A note was found on our doorstep. Never mind, we don't have any food or water. Day 46. We know there's other people in need and we feel bad for them. Blah, blah, blah. Ted's dying. There's no food. There's no water. We played a game of list the things you hate the most, and our neighbor's name kept coming up. That reminded us that little weasel had a safe in his living room. We always wondered what was inside. Maybe now's the time to find out. So Ted, just run over there real quick and then come back. Day 9? What? Day 49? Oh, Ted's dead, but Dolores made it back with some water and food and some bug spray. When we opened the safe, we heard a loud bang and the room filled with thick, nasty smoke that smelled of rotten eggs. The bastard booby-trapped the safe. Sure, it slowed us down, but if it didn't stop us from taking his most prized possessions, take that, Ned. Too bad we won't ever get the stench off our clothes. So we got the bug spray. Dolores made it back. Only a handful of buildings in our town survived the blast. One of them was the local bus station. And ransacking it, found a can of soup and 2 bottles of water. They think that they were followed by strangers, so they should be more cautious next time. Dolores is sick, has not eaten or drank for a while, and she's really tired. Too many days without water took their toll, and Ted died of dehydration. Sorry, Ted. Well, Dolores, you get to eat and drink to your heart's content today. And I guess nobody's going out right now. So this is what it's come down to, sitting idly in the shelter with very few supplies and a growing sense of impending doom. If only there was something we could do about it, like making it into our neighbor's shelter. We know the lock is broken and we saw her restocking the shelter before the bomb fell. Should we go and check it out? She and her children probably didn't make it there, right? Yes, go check it out. Day 50. Oh, we got a Boy Scout book. We went, got what we needed, and came back. We're sure that group will do just fine. Most probably. Yeah, absolutely. Dolores would really love to eat something. Well, Dolores, you can, because there's nobody else here. And no, Dolores is too exhausted to go outside, so never mind. We always wanted a pet, but we just couldn't decide what to get. A cat, a dog, no matter. We have our very own cockroach colony now, unless we do something about it. Well, let's use the bug spray on them. Day 51. We've defeated the cockroaches. Dolores is still hungry, she's still sick, and she can't sleep. Well, Dolores, you got 2 more days worth of food left. So, yeah, go ahead. The military again, we still don't have a flashlight. Day 52. The signal has to wait. She's still sick, not hungry, and she has rested. She might be fit enough to scavenge outside. Well, there's nobody else in the shelter. Can she go? Trade her with the bag. We don't have anything to trade. Day 53. Grandparents always told us never to buy anything sight unseen. Dolores is still sick. Well, Dolores, you might as well eat and drink the last of the food. And since you're going out, take the gas mask. Good luck, Dolores. Day 54, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Day 59. I think that's the end of that. The end. Dolores is on her way to the surface. Let's hope she'll make it safe. It was supposed to be an easy supply run. Unfortunately, that's not what happened. Dolores never returned. The locked shelter will forever hold its secrets, at least until somebody with a hacksaw and lots of patience comes along. Alright, so today we learned that we can survive off soup and water alone. Plus, we should probably keep our family safe from nuclear bombs. Next time, we will, try to improve upon our record of 59 days, and hopefully we won't send our children off into the wasteland with some kind of mental illness. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you like what you're seeing, like what you're seeing. Remember, we're the little guy, so help us punch up. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more, hit the little bell down there, do all the little bell thingies, share this with other people who you think might like my weird videos. And as always, thanks for watching The John Show. My name is John. This was my show. I appreciate you taking the time. You take care now.